For a young adult going through this time with social media bombarding you with messages that you have to be a size 2 to fit in or to look pretty or to be attractive, it's exhausting.
And the first time I remember feeling insecure, I think it was probably like 3rd grade.
And one of the boys was like, "Kaylee, like your legs look really big in that." And I remember being so young, I didn't know like how to respond to that.
I was 5 the first time I told my mom I felt fat. My perception of beauty definitely was impacted the day I got Instagram.
Instagram was my first social media account. I think I was like 10 or 12 maybe, and back then it was super casual. You know, I posted pictures of my dogs, and now I'm like taking hundreds of pictures every time I'm wearing an outfit I think is cute, and editing it and filtering it and making sure it looks perfect. And sometimes I look at it long enough and I'm like, I'm not gonna post this, I don't look good enough.
All the influencers and YouTubers or just famous people on Instagram are very like explicit about their bodies and, you know, oh yes, they're in such good shape and they're toned, and that's become such a standard to like what you should look like.
It's changed how I understand what everyone wants in the world, like what they think is hot or beautiful. But personally, I realize that that's not reality at all times, and everyone is built and looks different.
The 3 things that I think about on a daily basis would be my caloric intake.
I take a lot of time thinking about what I should eat.
I do think about eating a lot.
What am I gonna eat today? Yeah. That's something I think about, I think, a lot throughout the day.
I'd say the first time I felt insecure was just like the first time I got bullied in general was like 6th grade, being made fun of being overweight, and I didn't know, I guess I didn't look at myself as being overweight, so I kind of took me by like a news flash type situation, and it made me like look at myself and just reevaluate how others look at me, so I really definitely got anxious more.
I looked around and I was like, oh, like my stomach goes over my bottoms a little bit, and then I was like, well, and you can't really see my ribs that much, and my thighs were touching, and I got very self-conscious, and I kind of wrapped myself in my towel and just sat on the side and like stuck to the carrot sticks and just kind of thought, well, like I don't really look like that at all. Yeah.
It sucked to look at pictures and see that like I was a lot different than all the other girls, but over time I've realized that like we all grow at different rates.
You know, you see these images and you think that they're completely real, and you think that that is a beauty standard you can reach, when in fact it's not even a real photo. It kind of hit me in that moment that nobody on TikTok in February was really talking about body positivity or body confidence or anything like that. There was very, very few people. And I decided that I was like, I am going to share my story and start talking about these things.
When I first saw social media, it definitely impacted the way that I viewed beauty and myself, because all of the women seem to have a specific body type, and it seems impossible to achieve. Like, no matter how little you eat, no matter how much you work out, you're never gonna look like them, and it's hard to realize that they don't actually look like that, and that a lot of it has to do with Photoshop and body modification that isn't portrayed along with their image. All you see is their workout videos or their diet ads, but you never actually see that they didn't work hard for that image itself, and that you can't even work to earn that because it's impossible.
We're very influenced by what other people think of us, and I think we think too much about that. I know I do for sure. I'm always worried about how people are going to perceive me and how people are going to look at me, when in reality they're probably not even taking a second look. I think that changes a lot about who we are, and we overthink it a lot.
My earliest memory of confidence would probably just be being able to wear my first two-piece. Growing up, I was always on the thicker side, so I always had to wear one pieces, like there was just rules in my household. But I like got to a certain age and I got to wear it, I would say, yeah, probably freshman year of high school. And I just was like, I loved the way I felt, and I realized that it doesn't matter what other people think. Like, you can't please the world, and it's not even just about that, it's about how I feel. And I was having a great time.
A moment I remember being most confident, I started doing competitive cheerleading, which is a super toxic world in itself. But I remember my freshman year, I cheered for my high school, and I remember I was a flyer, so I was on top. And I just remember like waving at the crowd and everyone was cheering for me, and it definitely kind of boosted my like confidence, realizing like people like are enjoying this and like I'm doing good, but also like I felt good, you know, I felt strong, and I think that definitely helped through high school, knowing I had that support behind me.
I kind of just always have this little saying to myself, like, your body is exactly what it needs to be, and as long as you feel comfortable in what you're wearing and like you feel confident, it's gonna be okay.
I think beauty's being confident in your own skin. I don't think there's one picturesque version of beauty, but I think it's the way that you feel within your own body.
It's not forced, it's within you all the time. And I think whenever you enhance it, like with anything, that's beautiful as a whole.
To me, beauty is a person who feels perfectly comfortable in their skin and someone who's like healthy physically and mentally. I think that's the most beautiful thing.
I know I am smart and kind, and I am going to be the best friend to anyone that I can be, and that's way beside beauty.
I know I'm outgoing, caring, and competitive.
I look freaking awesome. Like, I look good and I feel good, and all these other people can like suck it because I look really good.